Dan, very nice to meet you.
Joe.
Joe?
Nick.
Nick?
Yep.
Are you guys from Philly?
No.
No, okay.
Virginia.
Virginia. Okay. Very beautiful areas, very wooded areas.
Yes.
Yeah. What is one of your dreams that you guys are chasing?
I'll go first. I'll say one of my dreams that I'm chasing is to be retired by the age of 50 to 55. Now, I'll say this. If I have, 2, 3, 4 children, I can push retirement off. As long as I can fund their future, let them to be able to do what they want to do. If they want to go to college, if they want to pursue a trade, I'll gladly, help them pursue that, especially money-wise, because that's really all it is.
Right.
If they want it, I'll support the money.
Always stay positive.
Yeah.
Always stay positive. You feel me? Look for the good in every fucking situation. You feel me? Smile in every room you walk into.
Peace and
You got your
peace and positivity.
What's the podcast, bro? You like John Cena, bro.
What's the podcast?
I'm looking at you in the camera.
What's going on, podcast?
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Stay cool,
What's the
man.
best of luck to you?
Yeah.
ugly as shit.
What about you, my man?
Anyway, for me, I'm not gonna lie, I'd agree with him. I mean, it really depends what situation you're in. Like, but at the end of the day, just make yourself happy. Like, if you work, you
It
work.
depends what you want in life.
Exactly.
If you're one of those people that kind of want to be single, and meet someone when you're 50, 60 years old and you've traveled the world, you've done all the experiences you want.
Yeah, not 50.
Well, you don't know, but you know what I mean?
50's crazy.
You could, no one ever knows.
Right.
See, look, I'm 22, about to turn 23. I still don't know what I want to do.
It's okay,
And I guarantee you this, a lot of people in their 30s still don't know what they want to do.
Yep.
They're just doing a job to earn a paycheck.
Yep.
And as long as you make that money, are you willing to go forth with it and, pay the price
Right.
for whatever it may be?
Well, I think everything comes at a price, right?
Oh, it does.
It's what is your freedom worth?
And I'll tell you this, a lot of people think of it physical, right? So you might be doing manual labor.
Right.
But I don't think one of the topics that people have talked about enough in the past, I'm only 22 years old. I was born in 02, but from the 90s and even the 80s, especially when technology came out, the mental side effects from sitting on a computer 24/7, like accountants, lawyers. I don't know too much about lawyers, but you know what I mean? I imagine that is you're looking up cases, this, that, and the other. That's not a physical job, right? But mentally, that's taking a toll on you.
Yeah.
So is that worth it? And I think it comes down to every person. They have their own line.
Absolutely.
That's what I think.
What is one thing that stresses you guys in daily life?
And I truly hate to get into politics, but I'll say this, right? When we were under Trump, when I was he was in 2020, I started college in 2020. Everything was okay, right? Mom didn't have to care about, buying food for the table,
Right.
making car payments, this, that, and the other.
Can I get on camera?
You're on camera now. But as soon as
What are you guys talking about?
a little bit of everything.
I can talk about a little bit of everything.
You got a half beer spilled on your
You
shirt.
gotta wait your turn.
I know. But
Come on, bro. How you gonna spill something?
What's your name?
Nick.
That's the toughest part.
It is.
What are you
Because
guys talking about right now?
you know what?
Nah,
There's
everything.
no right answer.
There's no.
And I'll say this.
Hey, you guys have a good night, though.
You too, bro.
You too.
Out of
Bitch ass.
out of all the people in America, we have to come up with them two. And I'll say this, I am voting for Trump just for the economy, right? I'm 22 years old. When I go back home to Virginia, I'm going to be living in my parents' house. I want to be able at least to afford an apartment that's not $1,400, $1,500 a month, right? That is one of the bright sides of him. The economy will get better. I'll be able to have, more money, whatever. Groceries will go down, this, that, and the other. But also, what's going on in the world. And that I don't think that's a topic to touch now, because that's not the question you asked.
Yeah, I think he'll be able to businessman the rest of the world. I think it's scary that we've allowed politics to get so old. I think they need to be younger.
You know what I think? I think the day of career politicians should come to an end.
Yep.
Now,
Absolutely.
Donald Trump is the exception because he's not a career politician. But I'm telling you this, all these people in the Senate and the governor and the House of Representatives, all these people, right, they work their way up, mayor, whatever.
Yeah.
However it may be.
Right.
I think that is complete bullshit.
Right.
Absolutely. You should not be a career politician ever, because if there is a sign of the devil, that is a career politician.
Okay.
And I believe that truly in my heart, because they don't have the right mind of the people. They have the right mind of themselves and their family. They want to set their family up for generational wealth.
That is true.
And I don't think that's right. Why should these people be able to jump from one place to another, have more power even when they jump, and they just keep getting stronger and keep getting more money?
Well, that's human existence.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like if I was in that spot, right?
Right.
I would do the same fucking thing.
Absolutely. Who
Because who wouldn't, right? Who wouldn't? Because I'm looking out for myself and my family.
Right.
Absolutely. I cannot blame them whatsoever. But as someone who's not a part of that, who's part of the normal population, I completely disagree with that. That is absolutely wrong.
Right.
And I don't know how we're going to battle that. There are good people and there are bad people. But who's to decide, right? You say someone's right and you say someone's wrong. They each have good points. How are
Amen.
you going to come together? There's no third-party system anymore,
Right.
or there never was.
Communication helps, but it is such a divided system anymore.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It is.
What is one thing you wish you could change, like about everyday life for everyone?
Everyday life. You know what it'd be? It'd be work hours.
Okay.
So some people get up at 4:30, ass crack of dawn, right before it even comes up, and they work till 3, 4. They work 12s,
Right.
4 till 4:30. And some of them even work overtime, right? You're working 16 hours a day, 14, 16 hours a day.
Right.
Well, they're getting taxed on that overtime.
Yeah. Terrible.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that money is not meant to go to the government. That money is meant to, oh, hey, I'm doing my 40 hours plus extra. That's supposed to go to my family.
Right.
Or me, if I'm a single guy, whatever.
Doing extra work.
Doing extra work, right. I think that is completely wrong. I think that should be absolutely changed.
Yeah. And usually when you do overtime, you get charged more in taxes.
Oh, you get charged at least, if you get paid times and a half, right? You get paid, I got paid $780 for a week of work, right? For 40 hours. I worked 58 and I got barely paid $1,000.
Yeah, that's
So
shit.
it was like 980, 990, whatever it was. So whatever the taxes are on that, the percentage, it's absolutely terrible.
What about you, my man?
I mean, it really depends. Like, if you want like the blue collar, like normal tradition, because if we're being honest, like blue collar is the only one that really normally goes over it, right?
Right.
Like, if we're gonna focus in, like for the most part, blue collar goes over it. Obviously, you have your financial bankers, everything like that, like investment banking, whatever. But for the most part, blue collar is the one that really goes over, right?
Right.
If they go over, for the most part, they should get paid for it. And if they get paid for it, it shouldn't be more than half of their paycheck that gets taken out for tax. And that's really the bottom line for it. If they're working to essentially like 80 hours, which, got capped off by Congress not too long ago.
Right.
Then essentially they're doing 2 persons job. So theoretically, do they get paid double? No, because of taxes. So really it should come down to that. Like if you're doing a 2-person job, then theoretically you should make double your salary. In theory. If you do a 3-person's job, you should get triple your salary.
Right.
But here's the thing. You're talking about salary.
Exactly.
Right.
So when you sign on for salary, right, it's 40 hours. You expect them to do that work in 40 hours.
Well, that depends because it depends who your employer is.
Absolutely.
And it depends what kind of type work you're in.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
if you're doing construction and it's manual labor, then it depends.
It could be more,
It could be. You're right.
and it could be less too.
But if we're focusing,
Yeah.
What are you guys cooking up?
We talk about everything around Philly, but if you want to see what we talk about, you can scan the sign.
For sure.
Let's go, Trump. Let's go, Trump.
This ain't
Go
no
ahead, go ahead,
political
go, go, go.
bullshit.
What are we talking about?
That's about to get in the bar.
Best rap bar?
We're talking about real shit.
I don't know if I got anything, man.
No political bullshit. We're
Whose
talking
podcast is
about
this?
This is my podcast.
What are we talking about?
So we talk about a lot of different things.
All right, give me a
The
topic.
last thing before we wrap it up for the night is: does anybody have a hidden talent?
I'm ambidextrous. That's not really a talent. Though.
I'm
no,
like really gay. That's my talent.
Really gay.
Yeah, that's my talent.
I'm
we get pizza.
Have a good night.
It's not a talent.
Sit down. If he's scanning, you'll see.
That's not a talent.